Resolutions. Ah, that's good. Should I make that noise every time? I was like, I guess.
Are we ready? Yeah. Hello, Champagne Dreamers. Welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl, Miss J, the trash queen of glam, geek, and gore. And for today's video, I have another tag for you.
So predictable.
This is the beauty resolutions tag. I hate resolutions. I hate them because it's always just like people who are already skinny talking about how they just need to lose 3 pounds. Well, you can't sit with us. But this is a fun tag. This was created by Mel Thompson, and I was inspired to do this by Theresa is Dead, who I adore. And so I was like, I'm going to do the beauty resolutions tag, because these are kind of fun. It's just a little thinking about makeup that you're going to keep using, maybe makeup that you're going to get rid of, things like that. So it's just a fun little tag. I thought it was kind of cool, and so let's do the beauty resolutions tag. If you are into that, if you're excited for it, then stick around. We're getting into it right now. So the beauty resolutions tag was created by Mel Thompson. There are 10 questions, and the first one is something that you regularly do in your makeup routine that you're going to try to stop. And I was thinking about this, and there's not anything that I really dislike or anything that isn't effective or that I feel like is a waste of time, except maybe color correcting. And I've been trying to find a good color corrector for a while, and so many of them that I find are too pigmented, and I am an industrial application. This makeup is thick. With like 4 C's. I don't really need to color correct, even though I do get fairly red in through here. And like right now, I did color correct with this look because I've got some stuff going on right here. My eye cream that I bought seems to be interacting with something else in my skincare, and it's like right here where I put it on is like not happy. But I think I'm gonna do away with color correcting for the most part. I might still do it. I'm not saying never. Like, these are things that I'm just like, yeah, I could do less of that. But definitely color correcting. I love the idea of it, and I think it can be very effective. And I think for people who wear lighter coats of foundation that aren't painting it on like Dutch Boy, I think that color correcting is fantastic. But for me, with the amount of foundation that I put on over it, it just really isn't necessary. And that's money I could spend on other products. Question number 2 is, what is a brand that you will try for the first time this year? Now, I did make a video. I'll go ahead and link it up in the cards, and that was 8 brands that I'm looking to try in 2021. And I've actually placed an order with, I think, 2 of those. Lucky Bunny Cosmetics, I ordered a couple of their palettes, and I have a pre-order into Terra Moons for some of their singles. I've already started on some of those brands, but even just in the month or so since I made that video, I've already found some new brands.
Count on me to find more ways to spend money. Girl, you a mess.
And so I have a couple of different brands that I want to try. The first one is a black-owned makeup brand called Face Effects by Phoebe Scott. And they have a palette called the Detroit palette. And I found this in such a weird roundabout way. I was actually, for one of my previous videos, I included a picture of Theresa is Dead's Alien Slut merchandise. And as I was Googling Alien Slut, the things I do, I had found pictures of the shirt, but I also found this picture. It was clearly a still from a YouTube video. This person with like green skin and a feather boa, and I was like, what's happening? And it was a channel called Makeup by Torrence, and what they did was they did a makeup tutorial interpreting what an alien slut would look like, and it was a lot of fun. And so I subscribed to Makeup by Torrence, and he had a video where he showed off the Detroit palette. And so I thought that was really cool, and I'm excited to pick that up. It's got some beautiful greens, it's got a bright yellow, and that's a new brand that I'm super excited to try out. And another brand that I'm interested in trying is Collective Cosmetics. So I have talked on and on
ad nauseum
about how much I loved Nerdy Girl Makeup's channel. And she always did videos. She subscribed to the subscription box. That was a lot of the same word. She had a subscription to the Decadence box from Collective Cosmetics, where it's $50 and you get several products. They also have an austere box, which is just fewer products and no accessory, I think is how they did it. So I did Deck of Scarlet for a little over a year. If you'd like to see a video where I talk about my year experience in Deck of Scarlet, leave me a comment down below. I've got all the palettes and all the things that I received, and I've been percolating a video, but I don't know if anybody's interested in that. So if you've ever seen the commercials for Deck of Scarlet and you're interested, let me know down below and I might make that video. But I haven't done like a good mystery box or subscription box for a while. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the Decadence box from Collective Cosmetics. So I'm going to try them out. I don't know that I'll try them for the whole year, but their highlighters, their eyeshadows, they all look amazing. So we're going to give it a shot. The collection for January was like based on lightning strikes. It was kind of fun. And so it's pretty cool. I'm excited to try it out and see what I get. And I absolutely love subscription boxes, mystery boxes. If you have any suggestions for subscription boxes or mystery boxes, leave it down in the comments below, especially if they're makeup. But if you know of horror related or pop culture, I've done like Geek Fuel and those kind of things. I loved Horror Block when they were around, but I'm always interested in suggestions because I haven't done that for a little while. So if you have any thoughts, leave it down in the comments. Question number 3 is, what is a brand that you are going to let go of in 2021? Now, I don't really do that sort of thing. I get it. There's a lot of stuff in the beauty community that's all about...
which brand is in, which brand is out, they've been canceled.
I don't give a shit about that. So I'm not really willing to say that I'm never going to use their products again, because some of their products are actually staples in my collection, and I love them. But I would have to say for this question, it's Too Faced. I have not been excited by anything in the Color Cosmetics line from Too Faced for a long time. Now, I love their Peach Perfect setting powder. The Peaches and Cream collection that they did with Sephora is bomb. I do like a lot of the stuff there, but I don't really need any of the stuff from there because I love that Peach Perfect powder, but you know what? I found the Puff Puff Pass powder from Kimchi Chic Beauty, and this is just as good, if not better. Now, it doesn't have the cute peach scent, which I do love, but this is really good. I love this powder, so I don't really need that one. And I love the peach setting spray, so I'm not saying that I'm never going to buy from Too Faced again, but I just don't really need anything that they're offering. I need to be really critical before I buy anything from them, because I get caught up in the cutesy packaging, and oftentimes it's cutesy packaging that holds crap. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. It's just the way it is. I don't like a lot of the Too Faced stuff, and I think they're getting the boot in 2021. Question number 4 is, what makeup technique would you like to learn or try once in 2021? Halo eyes. I have been trying to do a halo eye, and I think it's just because I am doing big, crazy drag makeup. I'm painting fucking halfway up my forehead, and so trying to figure out how do I translate for something like a halo eye that needs the crease of your eye. Like, I move my crease way up to almost where my brows are, and I do a different shape than my eyes actually naturally are. So I've played with it before, and I never really love the results. I don't always hate them, but I really want to play around with halo eyes. Also, winged liner. This is such a trend to have those cake liners, like the pastel and the neon, the cakes that you get wet and then paint on with a brush. I am determined that I'm going to figure out how to do a decent wing. I have never been good at wings. They always end up looking sort of like, they like flip, like they're like a little 60s kind of cat eye kind of, but like almost cartoony. And I don't want that. I want the like chiseled wing, and I have to figure out how to do that. So those are the techniques that I am looking to try out and master in 2021. Question number 5 is, what is a product that you are planning to leave in 2020?
Bye.
I would have to say setting spray, which sounds like blasphemy to me because I love a good setting spray. But I realized this past year in quarantine, when I'm not doing shows where I just get so used to being backstage and like making it rain all over my face, that got weird. Just like using a ton of setting spray backstage, I don't use it that much. When I'm doing my Face Friday looks, I don't use it. When I'm having a filming day, I very rarely use it. Every once in a while, if things are really super powdery, I'll give myself a quick spritz, but you can do that with just water too. I'm not saying I'm going to get rid of my setting sprays. I'm not planning to declutter a bunch of them, but I've got a ton of them. So what I'm saying is in 2021, I'm not going to buy any new ones. I'm not going to continue to buy setting sprays. Now, if you saw my empty videos from last year, I will go ahead and link that up in the cards as well. That's one of my first videos from YouTube, so it's a little blast from the past for you. But if you saw that, I had quite a few setting sprays. I do like to use them. I just sit and spritz, and I just get it all over my face. I love it. Weird. I'm so classy. But I used a ton of them, and I still have a bunch of them. Right here in front of me, within grabbing distance, I have 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a baby one.
and now I have to put them all back. So obviously I'm still going to keep them around just so that I can wet brushes if I want to foil a shadow. And occasionally if I want to tone down some powder, I'll have them here. But not buying anymore in 2021, which is going to be real tough if they have like a 50% off sale on that Too Faced peach one. Give me strength. Question number 6 is product that you will give a second chance to. There's nothing that I can think of that I've really eliminated, but something that I want to give a first chance to is cleansing balm. I know, you don't have to tell me. I'm killing the environment with my micellar water and makeup wipes because like I said, this is a lot of industrial light and magic. There's a lot going on here. So it takes a lot to take this off. So I like to take a couple makeup wipes, soak them in micellar water, and just scrub down. And then usually if I've had a filming day or something, I will go and do a mud mask, and then I'll wash off in the shower and do like my full cleansing and then my skincare. So I love the idea of a cleansing balm. If I could do something where I could break up the makeup and maybe take it off a little bit easier. The problem is that I'm filming here in my office where I do my big kid job and I also film YouTube, and the bathroom facilities here are not great. So like being able to actually wash my face, that's why it's so much easier to just use the makeup wipes, the micellar water, and then do the cleansing and shower and stuff when I get home, because it's just this ratty old sink. It's not great. It's not great. But I love the idea of a cleansing balm that could break everything up and then wipe it off. And I probably still have to wipe it off with makeup wipes if I'm here in the office, because I don't have a way to do laundry and carting dirty washcloths back and forth. Like, that's not my life that I signed up for. So I don't know. So cleansing balm I'm really interested in. We'll have to see. I want to give it a first chance and just see if it really is that much better. Question number 7 is, what is a resolution for your YouTube channel? And again, I'm not big on resolutions because I feel like you're just setting yourself up for failure. I more have plans or dreams. Instead of making it like an obligation or a resolution, why not make it an achievement or a treat? There's a few things that I really want to do just because I'm excited about it. The first one is I want to coordinate more between the content that I do here and the content that I do on janessaj.com, my website. So I'll link a video up here. I think it should be live. If not, when it goes live, I'll put it in the description box, but I'm pretty sure it should come out before this video. And that is my January review roundup. And so what I've decided to do is do a monthly roundup, quick kind of overview of all the reviews that I did of products over on janessaj.com. I do blog style reviews with swatch photos, product photos over on janessaj.com every Makeup Monday. I have at least one post every week, or I try to. Sometimes I get lazy. I mean, I'm not working to anybody's deadline but my own, so occasionally I miss a Monday. So I try to have those Makeup Mondays, and then I wanted to do like a fun video where I just do a roundup review and talk about these are the things I liked, these are the things I didn't, maybe do my top 3, the one that I hated the most, or if there's one that was kind of disappointing. So I want to coordinate more, and I want to coordinate with the Face Friday looks that I do. So I'm really excited to do more of that coordination. I also need to commit, and I need to do more brainstorming around more regular horror content. I love horror movies, and I love the horror content that I've been creating. I'm going to go ahead and link a playlist up here in the cards of all of my horror-themed videos that I've done so far. And they've done pretty well. I think one of the most watched videos on my entire channel is one that I did around Halloween last year, where I talked about some of my favorite gory, over-the-top slasher movie kills. So I love horror content, and I love mixing it with the glam and all that other kind of stuff, but I also just like doing commentary and talking about horror movies and gender and sexuality and just all that kind of nerdy stuff. Definitely committing to do more of that horror content more regularly. My goal is at least one video a month. And, you know, just wanting to kind of play with that is going to be really fun. Question number 8 is, do you have any skincare resolutions? Not really, except just to fucking do it. So I'm going to go ahead and link a video up here in the cards. I did my skincare philosophy and routine, and that still pretty much holds true. Every once in a while I experiment with new products, but I tell you a little bit about how I came up with my skincare routine. My biggest problem, and what I need to have a resolution about, is just remembering to do it. I am much more likely to do my skincare routine in the morning. My daytime skincare routine gets done almost every day because when I get up, I get in the shower to go to work. I'm a morning showerer. I sometimes shower at night too. I'm one of those people, I could shower multiple times a day, but I love to shower in the morning before I get up and go to work. And so I always cleanse in the shower. My cleanser is in the shower. So as long as I get up and take a shower, that clues me in of like, yep, you got to do the skincare. So when I get out, I towel off. And before I even get dressed, I do all the rest of my skincare. And then I go get dressed and come to work. Now in the evening, that's a little bit tougher because I'm on my couch watching Game of Thrones or playing Mortal Kombat or doing all of those other geeky kind of things that I do or watching YouTube or whatever I'm doing. I just am not thinking about it. And since I'm probably not taking a shower unless I do like a mud mask or something, then I don't cleanse. I'm not doing that cleanse at that time. And so it doesn't clue into my mind. So a lot of times what I'll do if I want to make sure, like today is a filming day and I want to make sure I do my skincare tonight. So when I get home, I'm going to put a mud mask on so that I have to get in the shower. You can wash them off at the sink if you're an animal. So when I come home, I like to put on a mud mask, take a shower, cleanse, and do my nighttime skincare. I just am also becoming an old broad, and so I fall asleep on the couch all the time, and then wake myself up at like 2:30 in the morning to put myself to bed. So, real classy, Nana. Real classy. But I like to just do my skincare when I think of it, and that's not always as much as I should. So I'm really working. I've been really good the last like month or so about also doing my skincare almost every night. So that's my skincare resolution, is just to do it. Just fucking do it. Put that on a Nike commercial. Question number 9 is, what is a beauty challenge that you will partake in? All of them. I love challenge videos. I love tag videos. That's the old school YouTube that I'm referring to when I talk about the old days of YouTube. I loved it when people were doing tags and challenges all the time. I have so many ideas for challenges. Just singular. Bless you. I have so many ideas for challenges. Some of them I can't talk about right now because Angie's in the room and I'm going to make her do them.
You forced it upon me.
If you want to see the video where we finally got to meet Angie in front of the camera, I'm going to go ahead and link that up here in the cards. We did the geeky makeup tag, so definitely check that out. It was a lot of fun, but it's not the only time she's going to be on my channel, so I've got some challenge videos in mind. I've got some tag videos, so she'll pop up again, maybe every 100 subscribers, maybe more often than that because it takes a long time. But I love the idea of having someone buy my makeup where you do that. Or even if I had somebody, like a straight boy, come in and like go through my makeup and pick out the products I have to use. Like just fun challenges like that, and then you have to try to make something. I'm really excited to do that. So those are the kind of challenges I love. I want to also work on being able to film by myself, so that Angie and I can still have filming days from time to time where we crank out a bunch of these videos where it's maybe a little bit more involved. But for makeup application videos, those are a little bit easier if I could just be filming them myself and I could run the camera and do all that kind of stuff and have like a monitor so I could see my face and do all that kind of stuff. Because right now, I love the Get Ratchet With Me's, but they're a bitch to edit and to film. They're a little bit clunky and they take a long time. So if we're going to do a filming day and we do a Get Ratchet With Me, they edit down to almost an hour. So there's easily almost 2 hours of footage when we do one of those. So it's a lot of time to do this face. It takes a lot of time and money to look this cheap. And so I would love to be able to do more just like playing and reviewing when I'm by myself. So I could set up my camera and have my monitor and kind of do that kind of stuff. So that we can have a little bit of both. So that's another thing that I want to do. The challenge for me is how to be a better beauty YouTuber. Oh, and another thing that I'm super excited to try in 2021 is I want to get in on the new makeup nonsense bingos that Theresa's Dead and Emily Hanhan have been doing. And I just think they're fun, and trying to like figure out that randomizer, and it means more editing in terms of putting pictures in the video, but I need to like get better at like saving pictures on Instagram and all that kind of stuff because they have the bingo cards, they have a playlist, and so I want to get in on that. I just have to be more organized. And make sure that I have actual things to talk about.
Oh! And I'm excited. And I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so surprised. And question number 10 is, what is a beauty habit that you need to stop this next year? For me, it's just continuing what I've already been doing, which is just cutting all of the negativity out. I'm so tired of it. I stopped watching drama channels and commentary channels a long time ago. I don't need it. It was causing problems in my life. It was hurting my sort of view of the world. It just brought me down. And last year was such a shit year. The last thing you need is a bunch of crabby, snarky people just bitching about everything. Like, I don't need it. Commentary, it's done. I'm fine with people being a little bit sassy and working in some, like, sly reads and stuff like that and being a little shady. I'm fine with that. But there are some people that I used to love that their content is just them snarling about everything. And I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I don't have the mental energy. Gen Zers, I don't have the spoons. Whatever analogy you want to use, I don't have the time or the energy for that. I just don't need it. Let's be real. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. This is hurtful but accurate. It's controversial yet brave. Commentary is just drama channels for people who think that drama channels are trash. So they think that drama channels have like a bad reputation, and they do, for a good reason. But they think that like they're too good to be a drama channel, so I'm a commentary channel. Bitch, you're a drama channel with eyeliner on. Like, settle it down. Calm your tits, Becca. It's just, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't want it. I'm done with it. Be gone! Shoo! I don't know what that was. That's fine. Another habit that I need to get out of is thinking differently about inclusivity. And so that includes like the people that I promote on my channel, the brands and the products that I promote on my channel, and the way that I talk about products. Because this is one thing that I've started to notice. I think it's absolutely appropriate. I think that it is absolutely vital for people to point out when brands put out shitty complexion ranges and things like that. Or when brands don't have inclusive ranges of other color cosmetics. So blushes and bronzers and things like that. That's fine. I'm all about people saying, hey, here's the range. I don't think this looks great. I don't think this looks very inclusive. I don't think that this is right. We need to do better than that. I think that that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is I watch a lot of white YouTubers who will hold up products and say, this will not work on darker skin. And it's like, you don't necessarily know that because you don't have darker skin. And I thought it was really interesting because I know that Nappy-Headed Jojoba and Alicia from Kinky Sweat, and I think it was Kelsey Brianna J. There was a bunch of black YouTubers who did a series that I thought was wonderful. It was a collab series where they talked about all of the myths of black makeup. Like, black people can't do pastels. Black people can't do bronzer. And they said, absolutely we can. And let me show you how. Let me show you the different ways that I can do it with my skin tone. Here's how other people can do it. Because the one that I saw that I thought was really interesting was Nappy-Headed Jojoba's video where she talked about pastels. Because that's one that I hear all the time. The minute a palette has a bunch of pastels, all these white girls are just like, well, black people can't use that. And it's like, you don't know that. You don't know what the pigmentation is. A lot of times it doesn't have to do with the color itself, but how pigmented that color is. Because if it's not very pigmented, then yes, it's just going to wash out and look like chalk. It's just going to look like gray chalk dust. But if you get a nice, like, super pigmented pastel... So, for example, the Pastel Pup palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. Those are super pigmented, and I've seen some black YouTubers make beautiful looks with that palette. Beautiful pastel rainbows or just cotton candy unicorn kind of looks. Because it's pigmented, and the way that they use it is different from how I would use it with my pasty ass. So I'm certainly still going to be commenting on whether or not I feel like, in my experience, from my perspective, shade ranges are inclusive or whatever. But I get a little bit kind of cringy when people just make these bold statements of, this person could not use this person could not use this. And it's like, well, that's not your identity. And you don't know if they could use that because you don't have that experience to be able to say, like, could they use that? And so that's where I want to be more inclusive in terms of pointing people to, you know, I don't think this shade range looks really good. Go check out this person's video where they talk more about this and that kind of thing. So that's another thing that I want to do in 2021. All right, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed all of my resolutions. Definitely let me know down in the comments, what are your resolutions for this year? What are some things that you are excited to do, things you want to try, things you want to let go of, things you want to bring in for this year? Let me know down below and let's start a conversation. While you're down there, don't forget to give me a thumbs up or you can give me a thumbs down. I'll take the engagement either way. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch and neither am I. While you're down there, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you'll get notified of all future uploads. I upload at least one video a week, usually on Tuesdays, and sometimes I even have a bonus video for you. Ooh, sexy. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website, The World of Champagne, at janessaj.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I'm so excited for this year. I am having such a great time here on YouTube, and it can only go up from here. So until I see you again, bye. Bye. Like either of those, but it's fine.
I mean, you could try it.
It's fine. It's not going to get better.
So many buys.
No, I sound like I was like, bye.
That's it. You got it.
I got it. Bye.